Okay.
I have a 20 questions. If you lads want to proceed at your convenience, it is courtesy of Michelle, by the way, obviously.
Okay. So, do you want to go first, Joe? Get us on the road.
Yeah. Are they active or retired?
They
Oh no.
I need to get the Wikipedia open to confirm.
That's also not a yes or no question, by the way. But
I said, are they active or yes? Are they active?
I think you were just saying for the benefit of the listeners what the alternative would be to active.
Yeah, I don't want listeners to be confused.
Are they active, or were they not to be active? They could be potentially retired or dead.
Oh yeah, i.e., not retired.
Come on, Barry.
This individual is active.
Active. Okay. I'm gonna say, is it a man?
Yes.
It's a man.
Man, okay. Did they debut before 1997?
You just talking general debut, as in?
Yeah, like first match. That's all.
Yes, they debuted before 1997.
Okay.
Debuted before 1997. Okay.
So been around 20 years.
Yeah.
Still going.
So not one of these young lads. Have they been in WWE in the last 5 years?
In the last 5, yes.
Okay. There's someone a bit older. I mean, it could be like a Chris Jericho, maybe.
Yeah, possibly. I think that's
He would have debuted in '95 or something.
He's a
oh no, God, debuted in 1990. Yeah, I'm thinking it's someone. Maybe someone old school, but who's wrestled in the last few years. Have they ever held the WWE title?
No.
Oh,
Okay.
Never been WWE champion.
Never WWE champ.
So they have been in WWE in the last 5 years. They are active.
Yep.
Do we want to maybe see if they're currently in WWE, like on Raw or SmackDown, potentially something like that?
Yeah. Okay, go on.
Are they a currently active wrestler on either the Raw or SmackDown rosters?
No.
Okay. I'm going to assume they're not in WWE.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's many people in NXT who debuted before 1997.
Well, I don't know about that. There's a few 40-year-olds in there. Okay. I think I want to investigate whether they've been in other promotions. So maybe have they been in a WCW? Okay. Have they ever wrestled for WCW?
No.
No. Okay.
I'm thinking maybe we might have someone like Matt Hardy or someone like Jeff Hardy. Well, no, Jeff Hardy's been the WWE champion, so I'm thinking maybe someone who's been in a tag team.
When did Matt leave WWE? It's 2010 though, wasn't it?
Was that long ago?
I think it was quite a while ago. No, I think it was 2011.
What year did he wrestle Jeff Hardy at WrestleMania?
That was 2009. Wasn't
Really?
It? Yeah.
Long ago?
Yeah.
Okay.
But not about Hardy, but yeah, someone.
By the way, just as a tangent, I realise we're doing the quiz now. I was just listening through some of the old clips on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/ChairShot Podcast. Do you remember when Matt Hardy got fired from WWE and he was posting videos about his house all trashed, going, "The entity did it," and he's gone completely mad.
I don't remember the entity bit, but yeah, I do remember the general phase.
So if you're interested in finding out more about that, go to our YouTube channel. On the Wrestling Guff playlist, there's one. It's like the hardships of the Hardys or something. It's quite interesting. So someone who... Did we say they have not wrestled for WCW? Was that the answer for the last one?
They have not wrestled for WCW.
Okay, they have not wrestled for WCW. They have been in WWE in the last 5 years, and they debuted before 1997.
Yeah.
But they've never been the WWE champion. God, see, this last 5 years thing is throwing me off a bit because there's people.
That might be a bit red herring. It could be fucking, I don't know.
There's people.
Joe Briscoe or something.
There's people like Finley, but again, I'm not sure when Finley stopped.
Yeah, right. He was in WCW.
Oh, he was. You're right. Yeah. But they're currently active. Would they be currently active on? God.
Currently active, just in case there's any lack of clarity. That just means, are they still wrestling in any capacity?
Yeah. Well, I'll ask then. Are they currently attached to a televised wrestling promotion?
No.
So someone who's doing the old indie circuit.
So they're doing some stuff. Brother, who's out there?
Someone who was in WWE as recently as the last 5 years, but was never WWE champion and never worked for WCW. But debuted before 1997, so they must have been around in WWE circa Attitude Era.
Maybe we should try and narrow down when they debuted. Do you think that would help? I don't know, if it's like an 80s debut, that's going to shift things dramatically.
Sure, if you want to do like did they debut pre-1990 or something like that?
Yeah, because then if we know if they're in the 90s, that changes it up. Okay, did they debut before 1990?
Let me see here. Yes.
Jesus. Okay. So
Okay.
It's someone who is at least 50 or something like that.
Yeah.
They've been wrestling for the better part of 3 decades.
So yeah, it must be in the 50s. Oof. Who the fuck could it be?
But again, somebody who's never in WCW,
Yeah.
but has been in WWE in the last 5 years.
So it's got to be a notable WWF wrestler from the 90s.
And they're still active today.
They're still doing the odd match, I guess.
Never been WWE champion. Do we want to maybe? God, how can we even get this down?
Could go either one of the other belts, or have they been at WrestleMania?
Yeah.
Or were they part of a tag team? I think one of those is going to help.
Oh God. See, with stuff like that, I'm afraid of getting a no, and that would just not really narrow it down very much for me. I might say, do you want to ask, maybe were they wrestling on WWE during the mid to late 90s, something like that, just to establish that they were, because they debuted, but that's again quite a vague term. They might have not been on TV for the better part of someone like Chris Daniels, who debuted quite early but didn't really do anything of note for.
I can give you a hint if you want.
Well, no, that's not the point of the game, really.
All right.
I'm gonna ask: were they on WWE TV during the Attitude Era?
Yes.
Okay, so it's an Attitude Era at least wrestler who is still in WWE in the last 5 years, or at least has been in WWE in the last 5 years. I think was the terminology. Who was never WWE champion. God, maybe someone. I was going to say maybe someone like Viscera. Not exactly active these days. Daddy.
Oh,
wasn't fairly active when he was alive.
Oh.
Attitude Era.
What about Tatanka?
Tatanka. Didn't we have Tatanka as one of the 20 questions like 5 weeks ago?
Yeah, I remember that.
I think it was the one that you had and you didn't get it. It was Tatanka in the end. I think I
Shit!
did it,
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I don't think Tatanka was around in the Attitude Era though. Didn't he leave pre-Attitude Era and then came back in like 2005 or something?
I'm wondering. Yeah, actually, you're right.
Tatanka wasn't in the
Just
Attitude Era.
Someone like that, I think.
Yeah.
Um.
I'm trying to think of like Intercontinental Champion level guys from that era, like Val Venus, Godfather, Goldust. Although Goldust is still in WWE, he's on.
And he was in WCW.
Gold,
So.
yeah.
Yeah, he was in WCW.
Shit.
Brooklyn Brawler as a wild card guest there.
Yeah. Is he still active? I don't know if he actually wrestles.
I have no idea. Jerry Lawler, although no, he's still with WWE, technically. Though not.
Yeah, he's not really active though. Is he? Oh no, he's still active. Doesn't he wrestle?
He wrestled in Memphis, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we need to start now. We've asked 10 questions already. We need to start getting somewhere with this. So, just in summary, it's an Attitude Era wrestler who debuted before 1990. Don't forget that. Who's not currently on TV. Never wrestled for WCW. Has been in WWE the last 5 years, but has never been the WWE champion. And it's a man.
Should we go for a tag team question?
Yeah, maybe. Are they notable for being part of a tag team, or were they ever tag team champions?
Were they ever in a notable tag team?
Yes.
Okay.
So,
notable tag team.
And again, what notable tag teams maybe were there during the Attitude Era? Maybe, again, Hardys. Although Hardys, neither of them has been in WWE the last 5 years. Dudley's.
Well, Animal. Legion of Doom.
He was in WCW.
Oh, fuck.
He came out when Sid broke his leg that one time.
Damn it. Of course, yeah.
Um,
they were in there years ago as well. It's a fucking notable tag team that was never in WCW.
Now, it doesn't mean that necessarily their
the
tag team was during the Attitude Era. But they were there during the Attitude Era, and they were in a notable tag team.
During the early 90s tag team who...
It was never in WCW. See, a lot of those early 90s ones, I'm kind of trying not to think so much of them, because a lot of them were in WCW at some point or another. Like, I'm thinking like Bret Hart, WCW, Jim Neidhart.
What about... Hang on a minute. Hang on
a minute here, bro.
I'm going to say 2 words to you, Paul.
Okay, I'm listening.
One of them is Marty, and the second one is Jannetty.
Yeah. Was he in WWE the last 5 years though?
Yeah, WWE. That's what I'm wondering. Did he make a comeback in the last 5 years?
No, he did when Shawn was still active, but sure, Shawn Michaels retired more.
That was ages ago.
5 years ago, yeah. That was 2010 when Shawn Michaels retired. Jannetty hasn't been back since. What about... No, I was going to say Kurt Angle, but he's been WWE champion.
Yeah.
What tag team's he been in?
Also, he didn't debut before 1990. He was in that little tag team you might have heard of, Barry, called Kurt Angle and his best mate. It was Kurt... Oh, God. Kurt Angle and then
Benoit, I guess. Benoit, but I wouldn't consider that notable.
No,
Benoit,
it
Angle.
No.
It's notable for being the first SmackDown Tag Team Champions, but not a notable team, really. Oh, God. Notable Tag Team Wrestler. Okay, is this tag team that you claim to be notable, is this a tag team from the 2000s?
From the 2000s?
Yeah. Is that tag team known for existing between the years of 2000 and 2010?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's not a 90s tag team, let's say.
Okay.
Well, no.
Although it could have crossed over, but at least they're known for existing.
Right, okay, so they were around in the 2000s.
I feel like it's a waste of a question because we established it's an Attitude Era star, but okay.
Oh, he's having a go at your question.
Well, it could have been that someone was notable for being in a tag team in the early 90s and was around in the Attitude Era, but their tag team wasn't.
What?
Just trying to establish, kind of work out which tag team this is. That's what I'm trying to do, buddy. Give me a break.
Headbangers?
Could be the Headbangers. I wouldn't exactly call them a notable tag team, but sure.
Well, come on, definitely.
They held the tag team titles for like 4 days or something.
But I assume by notable tag team you just mean like a recognised
a real tag team. Yeah, I know.
A proper tag team. So,
I'm just making a joke though.
Yeah,
Headbangers,
right.
possibly. Did the Headbangers debut pre-1990 though?
Well, it might have been on the cusp. They were around for quite a while.
They weren't that old
They
in
were
99 though, were they?
They were in Smoky Mountain. I don't know if they... Probably more early 90s than...
But also, the Headbangers
Okay.
weren't around post-2000, and the tag team was, as per the last question. They weren't around between 2000 and 2010.
Did they not have a little run at some point, maybe?
No, they disappeared in like early 99. They came back
Gone too soon.
3 months ago or so. No, not Headbangers. What other tag team?
Too Cool.
Too Cool. Big Boss Man and Bull Buchanan.
Well, Bossman's dead. I don't think Bull Buchanan's... Yep. So...
Too Cool's a good one. Although I don't think either of them have been around the last 5 years. That's why I keep getting tripped up. This person has been in WWE in the last 5 years.
Brian Christopher was on TV in the last 5 years.
He made a one-time guest appearance. And in fairness, cut a great promo that one time. When he came out, he was knackered after doing his entrance for a minute.
Was he ever in WCW? I don't think so. I don't know, that's an interesting one. Brian Christopher. I'm going to write that one down.
Write it down there.
So, I assume he's active. He's a man.
For the record, I picked up on something Paul said there. You said he just had the one appearance. All you asked was, were they on WWE TV in the last 5 years? And the answer was yes. So if it was Brian Christopher...
I mean, technically, yeah. I said, my question was, were they in WWE in the last 5 years? So maybe I wasn't clear enough with what that
Okay,
meant.
so I took that question to mean contracted or one-off appearances or anything.
Any WWE appearance. Okay. Fair enough. I guess what I implied by that was, were they under contract to WWE in the last 5 years? But I wasn't clear, so that's my fault, not yours, Barry. See, I'm afraid now to burn a question on verifying that. Were they contracted? Barry would just say, yes, they were. It'd be a waste of our time. Do you want to ask maybe just were they tag team champions?
Okay. Well, did they ever hold the WWE tag titles?
Yes.
Okay. Here we go.
Let me think. Let me think. God. Who is there? Somebody who debuted pre 1990. who was around in some kind of capacity, whether it was a one-off or whatever, in the last 5 years, who was around during the Attitude Era and is still currently active, but not in WWE, or at least not on Raw or SmackDown.
What about New Age Outlaws?
That's a very good call. That is a very good call.
Because Billy Gunn is
Billy Gunn
active.
is still wrestling. He's wrestling in Japan.
He's wrestling for one of the biggest promotions in the world for some reason.
Did he debut before 1990, Billy Gunn? I know he was around in like the mid-90s as Rocket Billy.
Yeah, he might have been one of those that kind of snuck under the... He's pretty old, isn't he? He's like 50 odd.
He must be.
So
I think that's a very good call, Billy Gunn. I think Road Dogg, not so much, because Road Dogg is still an agent at WWE, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, they were around the last 5 years because they wrestled at WrestleMania with the Shield.
They were tag champs like 2 years ago.
I think that's a very good call. We might have
Billy Gunn.
grabbed it out of our ass there with that one. Do you want to?
Okay.
Do you want to ask?
So I'm thinking. Okay, so I'd say Billy Gunn number one.
Yeah.
In terms of thing, then maybe Road Dogg.
Billy Gunn is the first one we've come up with that kind of satisfies all of the questions we've had so far.
No, it's what.
Right, Christopher as well. Excuse me.
So I guess Road Dogg probably third because he is attached to a wrestling promotion, even though he's not a wrestler. So we could go for. Are they a part of a famous wrestling family?
Well, Billy Gunn isn't though.
Exactly. So if it's not, then it would be him.
Okay.
Are they part of a famous wrestling family?
No.
Are they
Okay, so it's not
part of a famous wrestling stable? i.e. the Generation X. Without that being part of my question, that's what I'm wink, wink, nudge, nudge saying to you, mate.
Okay. I mean, are we define a stable for me, like textbook definition?
I will say a group of at least 3 members.
Yes.
Like they're well known for being part of a famous stable.
It's obviously
Yes.
not Billy Gunn then, because he would have just said yes straight fucking way.
Okay, but still, nevertheless, we have.
Don't overanalyze my neuroses, Joe Towner.
Okay.
So that's 15. We only have 5 left.
Well, look, I don't think this is going to be a record breaker, but as long as we get it, that's,
Well known for being part of a stable. Not part of a famous wrestling family. Tag team champions. Former tag champion. Tag team from the 2000s. Attitude Era wrestler who debuted before 1990. Who never wrestled for WCW. Who's not currently on TV. Has never been WWE champion. But has in the last 5 years. I think Billy Gunn is a good call.
Okay. So any other info we could just... IC title, do you want to go for that?
Yeah, you can ask if they've been IC champ.
Okay. Have they ever been IC champion?
IC champion. Okay. I don't believe so. Let me check. I'm gonna rely on the Wikipedia thing here because I actually can't recall. No.
No.
Oh, fuck it.
Oh, God, we're screwed. Okay, hang on.
How many questions you guys left? So I'm terrible at this game, so I haven't been keeping track.
The next question will be number 17.
Okay. You got a couple more.
Yeah, but now we've just lost all of our fucking guesses.
Let's recap here.
Oh, God.
Man, currently active, been in WWE in some capacity in the last 5 years, well known for being in a tag team, part of a stable, was around in the Attitude Era, debuted before 1990, What else we got? Been a tag team champion, not been a WWF champion, not been an Intercontinental champion, not been in WCW. Not part of a wrestling family.
God. I'm stumped by this. What are we thinking? What way are we going to go with this?
Oh, I have no idea.
No idea. I really thought it was going to be really good, but it's not. It's not really good.
It wouldn't be the Dudley Boys, would it? I don't think either of them are old enough.
No, I'd be.
They would have debuted in the 90s, wouldn't they?
Yeah, the Dudleys well known for being part of a stable as well. I don't really.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah.
I mean, you could say
Well,
that
the Dudleys,
in
the Dudley
ECW,
family.
the Dudley family, yeah. But
Yeah, they had Spike, and yeah, I think I would say if it was a Dudley, I would say yes.
Okay. God. It's so hard. It's a really hard one.
It's a good one, yeah.
It's a
pretty much out.
very, very good one. I don't remember being stumped like this recently.
I'm out of ideas. I don't really know.
I
mean, it might be that they held the tag titles in the 90s, but not during the Attitude Era. So I'm trying to think of like kind of early mid-90s tag teams, but I'm a bit stumped.
Do you want to maybe ask, try and find out when they held the tag team titles, maybe?
Yeah, but we're going to need... if we only have one question to do that, it's not going to narrow it down that much. We could say, like, did they hold them after 96 or something?
Well, I was thinking more like pre-Attitude Era or post-Attitude Era.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I meant, like 96, 97.
Because I'm running through my head the tag team champions I remember in the Attitude Era, and it's like Steve Austin and Shawn Michaels, Steve Austin and Dude Love, Jeff Jarrett and Owen Hart, the Headbangers, Legion of Doom, Outlaws, as you mentioned. Who else? The Hardys, Edge and Christian.
Ken Shamrock?
Yeah, but Shamrock's not an active wrestler anymore. He's also not been in WWE in the last 15 years, never mind 5 years.
Yeah, but... we haven't any other ideas.
Fuck, Too Cool. Yeah, we come back to Too Cool again.
Scotty Too High. He's not active, is he?
Never part of a stable, really. Scotty Too High.
Too Cool. With Rikishi and...
Not really. That was more of an allegiance than a stable.
That was a trio.
3 people is a stable.
Not really, though.
It's a trio. I don't know. Scotty Too High.
Scotty Too High. Did he debut before 1990? Is he that old? I don't think so.
Well, I don't know.
They're fairly young and hip.
What about that?
Them young hipsters.
They were about 40 when they were in that gimmick. Fucking hell. Well, we ruled out Brian Christopher, and I didn't think it was him, but I don't know. Oh, what about Rikishi? No, he was IC champion, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. Scotty Too High, possibly.
I think that's the only one.
But he's not been on WWE the last 5 years, did he?
No, well,
I can't think of any appearances he made. Did he?
had wondered, did they have a Too Cool reunion at some point?
Oh, you're right, they did, yeah.
Because I'm sure I remember seeing him come back once, and then he was
even
sort of,
yeah, they did.
he did the work and everything.
Because there was bad blood apparently between Rikishi and Grandmaster.
Oh yeah,
That
because they
did
were doing the gimmick without him or something. Yeah.
Maybe Scotty 2 Hottie. If it's not Grandmaster Sexy, possibly Scotty 2 Hottie.
Mr. Sexy.
Is he that old though, Scotty 2 Hottie? I can't imagine they debuted before 1990.
I don't know. I mean, he would have started kind of in WWE in the mid 90s, probably 95, 96.
I mean, I'm completely stumped. So.
Okay, should we do? What could we ask? Have they ever wrestled Dean Malenko?
Backlash 2000.
Match.
Were they? Whose question is it? It's my question.
Yeah.
Well, it's either of your questions. You're on
That's
one
true.
team.
That's true. Did they ever hold a WWE title outside of the tag team titles? Like any other WWE championship? Did they ever hold one?
Yes.
Okay, but not IC, not WWE. So
not IC and not main event.
Because he was the light heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
I don't know, was he ever hard? He probably was hardcore champion as well. Fucking everyone in the mid card was hardcore champion back in the day.
So, what else do we know about Scotty 2 Hot?
He used to wear a hat with a hole in it so his hair would stick out the top.
True.
And he did a move called the Worm.
True.
And he had a match with Dean Malenko that one time.
Was it him and Rikishi that were in the tag team after Too Cool split up?
Yeah, it was.
Right, yeah.
He was also in a tag team with the Hip Hop Hippo. What was he called? Albert.
Albert the Hip Hop Hippo.
Yeah.
Is it my question?
Yeah, go for it.
Was this person famous for doing a dance move called the Worm?
Yes.
Ah! Shit, we got it. Unbelievable.
That could be anyone, though.
Okay,
Hornswoggle did the Worm last night.
With the 19th question, is it Scotty 2 Hottie?
No, it is.
Wow, that was an extremely difficult one. I have to give props.
That was a tough one. For the record, I was hesitant to use this.
That was a good one.
No, not the name. I was going to use the name. I was hesitant to say yes. He debuted before 1990 because Wikipedia said he had his first match in November 1989, and it didn't even state a promotion or anything like that. It may have just been that could have been fucking anywhere.
Yeah.
But he is. Did you listen to his Cold Cabana podcast?
No, I'm just looking. He's only 43.
Yeah, but he's been doing it forever. It's funny because I didn't know this before his Art of Wrestling episode. But he was something of an indie darling before he went to WWE. He was a worker, brother.
Oh,
he was a workhorse. That was actually a great episode. But yeah, he's been wrestling his whole life, and I think he still does indies in some capacity today. They had a Too Cool reunion about 2 years ago at NXT, and I believe he does some Performance Center stuff. I don't think he's there full. But he does some stuff there.
All right. Good one.
So Scotty 20, that was a good one. Thank you, Michelle, for that one. That was a very good one. If you have a 20 questions suggestion for us, you can email us via ChairShotPodcast.com, or if we follow you on Twitter or we have open DMs. I actually don't know if mine are publicly open, but
you can slide into mine.
You can. I think Paul's are open. Yeah, so you just
send me your nudes, people. I mean, your 20 questions. Whoops. Freudian
Just
slip.
make sure you don't send it to us publicly so the others don't see it, obviously. But yeah, we take all suggestions. That one was from Michelle. Scott has sent us several. Scott has sent us several. Scott has sent us several. Scott has sent us several.